Today on the latest on the new men's basketball coach, Central Valley native Justin Hudson.
Also, Fresno State quarterback Marcus McMary talks about his team's winning season under Coach Tedford and their game plan for the 2018 season.
Plus, 3 cheers for the Fresno State cheer team. Find out how they just did at a national competition. Fresno State Focus starts now.
Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Bobby Falat.
And I'm Deja Wright. Fresno State has its new men's basketball coach.
Former assistant coach Justin Hudson from San Diego State will become the 19th head coach in Fresno State men's basketball history. In the press conference, Hudson talked about what to expect from the team.
We're going to play very hard. I guarantee, I promise Coach Dr. Castro and Mr. Robertello, he's not going to be disappointed in our attitude and our effort. We're going to play great defense and starting there, and then we're going to play a fast style that utilizes the three-point line and transition on offense.
Hudson is no stranger coaching in the Mountain West Conference. Before accepting the Fresno State job, he was at UNLV and then the assistant coach at San Diego State University. The big news of hiring Justin Hudson is still the talk of campus. Joining me today about the big hire is Fresno State Interim Athletic Director Steve Robertello. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So, what exactly, this is big news. It seems like we got our guy. What exactly went into the process of hiring Hudson?
Well, it was a very lengthy process. It took us about 3 weeks to get through it. And when we looked at what were our priorities in the search, obviously we wanted all the requisite basketball pieces to it of coach, recruit at a high level, but we also wanted someone that could engage with the community, engage with our students, to drive up our fan base at the Save Mart Center, and we think we hit on all those points with Coach Hudson.
Yeah, Coach Hudson, Central Valley native from Bakersfield. Did you guys want to find, you wanted to find someone who had that experience, in the Central Valley, or at least that energy?
Well, I think when we looked at it, obviously it's icing on the cake that he comes from the Central Valley and the parts that he brings. We cast a pretty wide net. We looked at a lot of different people and those that we thought could be very successful here. And then when we kind of got down, we had a very deep, talented pool, which I think speaks to the ability of Coach Hudson. And when we looked at it, obviously that was one of the things that helped, because he knows what it's like to be in the Valley. He knows what it's like to be part of the community, and he can speak to that with incoming recruits in our fan base.
Yeah, and he said right when that job opening, once the job opened, he applied for it immediately. Did the fact that Hudson has experience in the Mountain West also play a factor in choosing?
Oh, without a doubt. When we looked at this, we wanted someone that we knew had the experience in how to win at the Mountain West level. Our goal, we want to compete for a conference championship and get to the NCAA tournament, so what better than to look from someone that everywhere he's been in our league at 2 different schools, they've won at a high level, just coming off from the program that's been kind of the cornerstone of what we've looked at to build Fresno State, from what San Diego State has done, and everyone we talked to, he came so highly recommended, and he knows what it's like to win championships in the Mountain West.
Yeah. Well, Steve, thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
Fresno State excited. We're excited. The Red Wave. We're excited to see this upcoming basketball season.
Well, we can't wait for it. We still got to wait a few months, but we got a football season to get to first. But we are very excited to see Coach Hudson on the hardwood.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. We've been speaking with Interim Athletic Director Steve Robertello.
The right coach can really inspire a team, no matter the sport. At Break the Barriers in Fresno, I met a man who once was a student on the team and now coaches the team, taking them all around the world.
I actually started as a student here. I came when I was 7 years old. I've been here teaching now for around 17 years.
Kyle Carlson oversees 26 of the programs offered at Break the Barriers, in addition to working hands-on with disabled youth and young adults in the Fresno community.
What we do is we try to show that everyone has an ability and that everyone has a disability, and there shouldn't be a barrier. So it's this special place that they get to come and feel normal.
Whether it's performing in a different city, country, or even a halftime during Fresno State basketball games, these superstars are spreading awareness wherever they go.
People who've been told every day that they can't walk in these doors, and it's everything society says doesn't matter. You are home of the barrier breakers.
For individuals such as these, This facility is a place where they can come and feel comfortable, free of judgment.
I think the major goal is to get people to realize that everyone's the same, everyone's people. And so there shouldn't be no barrier. Everyone should just love each other and be friends to everybody and treat others like they want to be treated. And I think we do a good job of that.
Although they might be unaware of the impact they are making, nothing can or will stand in the way of these barrier breakers. If you want to find out more about Break the Barriers, donate, or even just watch some of their performances, then check out breakthebarriers.org.
How awesome is that Break the Barriers and what they do and everything like that?
My heart was overfilled with joy seeing all those kids and kids in wheelchairs playing tag with each other. It was just amazing, honestly.
Very amazing. It's that time of year, prepping for graduation. Hey seniors, do you have your cap and gown?
The Graduation Center is set for graduates. Students are already getting theirs at the bookstore. You may have a coupon for your cap and gown. If you bought your grad box, make sure you don't lose it. There are no refunds. The tassel of your college comes with your cap and gown, but not the sparkly tassel. You can get that for $8. There are also diploma frames and graduation announcements, all at the bookstore.
Okay, so first we start off by fitting you for your gown. It's based on a height range, so it'll be like 4'10" to 5 foot, or it'll be 5 foot 1 inch to 5 foot 3, so on and so forth. And we have plus sizes as well, so we come over here, pick your gown, and they're all black, they're not red. And then we get you a cap. We have one size fits most cap with the elastic on it, or we have a extra large cap with no elastic. It's a free fitting cap.
So if you have not got your cap and gown, now is your time. All caps and gowns are in the bookstore. There is a dog crisis here in the Valley. Many dogs are left out on the streets without a home. However, the Animal Rescue of Fresno provides shelter and care for these abandoned dogs, working to find them a home even if it is out of state.
The Animal Rescue of Fresno has rescued many dogs during its time, and President Linda Guthrie has played a significant role in her 19 years.
Only wear makeup when I'm going on TV, so you know. Because if it wasn't for people like us, people who want to run a rescue, who want to save their lives, all these animals would be dead.
Guthrie and her team take care of the dogs in hope of later on finding them a home here in the Valley or out of state.
We now work closely with UC Davis and taking dogs, chihuahuas, to Minnesota. We have over almost 2,000 chihuahuas in Minnesota now. For 7 years, we've been taking dogs to Oregon. So we have thousands and thousands of dogs, because we take like 60 to 75 dogs every 6 to 8 weeks.
I'm at the Animal Rescue of Fresno, and right behind me, dogs are brought here to find shelter. However, it's not permanent. Later tonight at midnight, these dogs will be going in this van all the way up to Oregon, where they'll find a permanent home. As you may hear behind me, they're awfully excited.
Instead of these dogs being euthanized and die, we call it a heaven can wait run. So basically we cheat death because we get them out of state.
The facility is ran by a group of volunteers that take in donations for the proper equipment to give the dogs the proper care that they need to stay healthy, and they have one word to describe just how they feel after a day's work.
Gratifying. That kind of stuff is really great because it's kind of sad because you take like 50 or some odd dogs from here and you go up there and it's so hard to say goodbye, but you're like, they're going to find a really good home. So,
Animal Rescue of Fresno is just a pit stop for a future home. Jameson Ruppel, Fresno State Focus.
The Animal Rescue of Fresno, also known as ARF, is located off Dakota and Maple and is always looking for volunteers. If anyone is interested in volunteering or donating to the animal shelter, please contact their phone number at 559-225-5715.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, some of our Focus students spent their past week at a national broadcasting conference making connections with some of the best and brightest in journalism.
While in Vegas, our very own Matt Broughton discovered that communicating across the strip can be a lot like a game of chance.
Jakeem Fedd, and I will let you know about weather the rest of the week. All that when we come back.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
This is our Fresno State, forming relationships and learning experiences that last a lifetime, making friends who are like family, learning from professors who treat us like family, and earning a degree to make a better future for our family. Nice. Engaging our alumni generation by generation by generation. This is our Fresno State. Welcome to the family.
The Fresno State cheer team competed at Nationals this weekend in Daytona Beach. They took 7th place in the small co-ed Division 1A. Senior Adam Nunez is here to tell us more about their competition. Thank you for being here, Adam.
Thank you for having me today.
So can you tell me a little bit about how Nationals went this year?
It is an unbelievable and unforgettable experience, that is for sure. It's actually my 2nd year doing it, so I've loved every minute of it. It's so exciting. The energy that everyone brings around there, being able to meet people from all different colleges and schools, it's absolutely amazing.
And how did the team prepare for Nationals? Did you guys do anything different at practice?
Yes, so our normal practices are Monday, Wednesday, Friday for about 2.5 hours. And then for spring break, well, we didn't really get one this year. We had double-day practices Monday through Wednesday. We had a morning practice on Thursday, and then we had to drive down to Riverside, which took 7 hours because of traffic. But then we got to do a fun showcase and a send-off with Cal Baptist University. Yeah, so that's how we spent our spring break and got really prepared for this competition.
Okay, so what were some of the highlights of this season for you?
I think getting to grow as a team and as a family. We definitely pushed this year, and I can see this program getting better and better every year. I've only been in it 2 years, but we've progressed from them and from the past, I've noticed. So I think the fact that this program is growing so well is very exciting, and now that I will be an alumni of it, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Well, I'm so happy that you've got to experience cheer for the 2 years, because I know you were a transfer, but
Yeah.
Thank you for being here so much and talking to us about it.
Oh, thank you very much.
We've been talking with Adam Nunez, Fresno State cheerleader.
Fresno State's March matchup campaign was a huge success this year. The campaign, which lasted throughout March, is designed to help end student hunger.
Fresno State President Joseph Castro and the First Lady Mary Castro announced the final donation at the student cupboard. The campaign exceeded the goal of $100,000 and brought in a total of $150,044. Big donations that will help students each day.
Oh my goodness, it's a really great support for our students to be able to know that I have a great budget to be able to purchase all of the items here at the student cupboard for next year.
The student cupboard offers both perishable and non-perishable foods, so things like canned foods and produce are available to students at the Fresno State cupboard for 5 days a week. You can find the cupboard in room 144 of the Industrial Tech building on campus. I've been there before my sophomore year to get a lot of food because it's kind of a hard year for me, but it's amazing, so students really check it out.
Same here, I've been there, the time I need food and everything, it helps tremendously. For some, food is a family business, a passion passed down from generations. I got to talk with the owners of Grandpa's Popcorn and Sweets, who show me how they are transitioning from grandfather to grandson running the family business.
Hello, welcome to Grandpa's.
One man's love for popcorn is being passed down.
I had always wanted to get into the popcorn business because it was so much fun. I was never able to until my grandson came to me and said, "Grandpa, I want to be in business like all the rest of the family is." We started working together, but recently Daniel has taken this over completely. So he is now the new owner of Grandpa's Popcorn and Sweets.
Hundreds of bags of popcorn are made every month, and these sweets aren't just good, but are healthy for everyone to eat.
You can't get sweets, especially in the valley, that are not contaminated with peanuts and tree nuts. So have parents come in here that their kids can try anything and get anything in the store. I think that's probably my favorite part.
Not only does Grandpa's have the only cotton candy tree in Fresno and unique popcorn flavors, they're also giving back to the community in a very big way.
The biggest impact that we have is we are peanut and tree nut free, and we get it all the time. Parents come in, you know, finally a place where my kids can eat whatever they want, and I know that they're safe. Because we do have a large percentage of the population here in the valley that's allergic to peanuts, especially tree nuts a little bit less, but still a decent portion.
This family's popcorn is one reason why the community will always have a sweet tooth.
We make sure we give away as much as we can.
So, you know, Deja, my favorite style of music is pop. So it's only fitting that my favorite food is popcorn.
I think I've seen a cupcake somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
they have not only, they have tons of sweets too, you know. It really is poppin' over there. You can stop in any day from 11 to 7 to see new owners Daniel and Cassie Campbell. They are also at the River Park Farmers Market every Tuesday at 5 p.m.
How you guys doing? I'm Jakeem Fedd here with your weather report. As you can see right behind me I was right outside the Speech Arts building, and you see all these beautiful flowers and trees, you know, but with all this sunshine, it brings, you know, pollen. I've recently seen a whole bunch of swarms of bees lately, so you definitely have to be careful. Bees, you know, and allergies, things of that nature. And let's keep moving on to the national satellite. You know, it's just been a lot going on recently, and it's been a lot of things going. As you can see over here in the Great Lakes area, there's just a whole bunch of storms like ice, snow, everything you could think of. You know, you come over here to New York, there's still some more storms. It's crazy over there in that part of the country. Over here in Washington, Oregon, there's even more storms. I mean, it's not as bad as the snow, you know, but it's still a whole bunch of bad weather, honestly. So we kind of lucked out a little bit. As we continue to move on to well, we got some more of the satellite, you know, like I said, but as we go to the current temperatures, you can see Stockton up there at 69, Merced at 69, Madera 69, you know, Fresno 70. So it's pretty chill, you know. You might need a jacket if you're a little cold, but I think you'll be all right, you know. Hanford is 70 degrees. As we move on to tonight's temperatures, it'll get a little bit cold. Madera will be 40 degrees. It'll be 43 here in Fresno. Oakhurst 33, so it'll get a little chilly over there. It'll be might even be a little bit below freezing, especially over here in Shaver Lake. So as we look at the air quality, you have nothing to worry about. It's all good. No need for inhalers. No need for anything like that. It's all good. You know, we keep it pushing. With the 7-day forecast. Today, like I said, 73, you know, we'll be all right, but it gets a little cold over the weekend, things like that. But the rain will be on Monday, so be careful of that. And that's your weather report. I'm Jakeem Fedd.
Jakeem, thank you so much. This week, 10 MCJ students are in Las Vegas for their annual Broadcast Education Association Conference, otherwise known as BEA. Here, students are finding out about the latest broadcasting trends directly from media professionals. Various broadcasting and media universities set up booths to help inform and network with students. MCJ student Katie Altenhoffel says this experience is so helpful for her.
This conference has been very rewarding. I'm only a junior, so I've been getting lots of business cards. It's giving me a head start in my career building.
The students return home tonight after the main event, the National Association of Broadcasters Career Fair, where students will put their networking skills to the test and maybe line up a job after graduation.
Some of those students found out this week that getting around Las Vegas can be a gamble. With the cost of a taxi, Uber, or Lyft averaging $15 to $20 a ride, people are often looking for a better way to travel.
Matthew Broughton shows us how some Las Vegas locals and tourists are getting around for a better price.
Monorail now departing southbound platform.
With over 27,000 passengers a day, the Las Vegas Monorail provides rides all around the Las Vegas Strip. Built in 1993 originally as the Las Vegas Tram, the monorail operates electrically with no driver, 20 hours a day.
Well, I think since it's Las Vegas, probably extending it better would be safer for everybody as well. So, and it's really good. The hours are pretty good, but now I'm thinking more 24 hours a day versus 20.
Tickets for the monorail are available for purchase in single, 24, and even 3-day unlimited rides, both in person and online. With over 7 stops going north and southbound on the Las Vegas Strip, getting on the monorail is pretty simple. All you use one of these right here, which is a monorail pass. Just insert it into the machine, wait for it to pop out, and you walk up through the gates and you're on your way. Along with local passengers, monorail workers say the service provides more than just a quick ride.
Talking to people, I enjoy that. Especially because I don't travel as much, so it's always nice to see where people are from, what made them want to come out here instead of go anywhere else, so I like it.
Even visitors say the transportation is a unique and affordable experience.
Yes. You're talking like $7 or $8 a ride minimum. You just get one ticket and you're good to go for 3 or 4 days.
With support from locals and tourists, the Las Vegas Monorail will continue to win on the house. Matthew Broughton, Fresno State Focus.
If you ever find yourself in Las Vegas, feel free to ride the monorail. It is open from 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. daily and is located throughout the entire Las Vegas Strip.
Coming up on Fresno State Focus, find out if the Diamond Dogs added another win to their 6-game winning streak.
Plus, reporter Jakeem Fedd uncorks the story about how 2 Fresno State students opened a family winery just last year. Stay tuned.
I got the bulldog spirit up in my head.
Up in my head.
Up in my head.
I got that bulldog spirit up in my head. Up in my head to stay. I got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Deep in my heart. Got that bulldog spirit deep in my heart. Deep in my heart to stay. I got that bulldog spirit down in my toes. Down in my toes. Down in my toes, I got that bulldog spirit. Down in my toes, hey! Down in my toes to stay. I got that bulldog spirit. Up in my head, deep in my heart. Down in my toes, I got that bulldog spirit. All over me to stay. I got that bulldog spirit.
Deep in my heart.
Deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I got that bulldog spirit.
Welcome back. I'm Jameson Ruppel with your sports report. The 2018 Masters came to a close this past Sunday as Patrick Reed became the newest member to sport the green jacket. Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, and Jordan Spieth were among early favorites to win the tournament in Augusta. Spieth even made a late run in the final round on Sunday and was a shot shy of the course record at 63. However, it wasn't enough to catch Reed, who finished the tournament 15 under and captured his first major tournament win. Fresno State announced men's basketball team's 19th head coach this past Thursday. Interim athletic director Steve Robertello introduced new head coach Justin Hudson at the press conference. Hudson, a Bakersfield native, returns to his Valley roots after serving as an assistant coach for 10 seasons at San Diego State.
It's awesome. A lot of pride in the green V and the red wave. We got to get the red wave here. So my greatest job today was I got to meet Victor E., the little bulldog. So I just love being back home and everything about Fresno State.
You've been coming here for years.
In his last 4 seasons at San Diego State, Hudson helped the Aztecs finish in the top 15 nationally in both scoring defense and field goal percentage defense. Hudson looks to bring an exciting style of basketball back to the Save Mart Center. It was opening night for the Grizzlies last night as they took on the Tacoma Rainiers. Mike Hochschild was on the mound for the Grizzlies and was dealing as he had not 3, but 9 strikeouts through 6 innings of work. However, Fresno was not having a great night at the plate as A.J. Reed strikes out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Former Bulldog Danny Muno opened the floodgates with a triple as the Rainiers piled on 11 runs in the top of the 9th inning. The Grizzlies were shut out in their home opener with a final score of 0-13. They are looking back to bounce back tonight at home against Tacoma. First pitch is at 6:35 p.m. The Diamond Dogs took the field against Cal State Northridge last night. Northridge had the hot bats all night with 13 runs on the board in the 6th. Sophomore pitcher Ryan Sullivan was able to get the Dogs out of the inning with a ground ball to short. The scoreboard was awfully lopsided going into the bottom half of the 6th. The Bulldogs struggled at the plate as freshman Zach Fresno strikes out looking. The Dogs end their win streak to Northridge 2-15. 10 years ago, the Fresno State baseball team won the 2008 National Championship. Mike Batesel, in his 5th season with the Dogs, made an unforgettable run the postseason, defeating the Georgia Bulldogs in a best-of-3 championship series. And this Sunday at 12:35 p.m., the Wonder Dogs return to Pete Biden Field at Bob Evans Stadium to celebrate their Cinderella story. The Dogs will close out their series with San Jose State. First pitch is at 1:05 p.m. This past season, Fresno State football shocked the Mountain West Conference and finished with a 10-4 record, including a Mountain West Conference title in the West Division and a bowl win in the Hawaii Bowl. Today joining me is starting quarterback Marcus McMarion. Thanks for stopping by, Marcus. First off, it was a disappointing season last year. You guys weren't expected to do much this year, but with the new addition of Jeff Tedford and you coming in late transferring from Oregon State, you weren't familiar with the offense and kind of had to get going, but you eventually took over the starting role. Now that you're more comfortable with the offense, what do you look forward to in this next upcoming season?
Right, I mean, like you said, coming in 2 weeks before fall camp was ending, it was kind of hectic and really long nights and long days trying to catch up and play catch up with the offense. But I mean, really sky's the limit with our team this year. I mean, Coach Tedford got us going in the right direction and really not settling for anything less, but getting back to where we at, but finishing the job with the Mountain West Championship this year.
And now that you're more comfortable with the offense, and what does your relationship with Jeff Tedford kind of allow you to do on the football field, where he kind of gives you creativity to do your own thing as a playmaker?
Right, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a blessing to be able to have a coach that believes in you that much. I mean, the amount of freedom he gives me and just being able to go out there and change any play I want, or just he just puts me in really good situations and has a lot of trust in me.
Okay, and for those of you who don't know Marcus McMarion, what do you kind of like to do in your off time, off the football field, to do for fun?
I mean, I would honestly say, to be real, we're so busy with football and whatnot. I mean, just when I don't have a set schedule and doing everything I can to just kind of relax, lay back, maybe read a book here and there, just spend time with my family, my younger sisters, and just have a good time and relax.
Well, there you go. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you stopping by, and good luck on the season.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
We've been talking with Fresno State starting quarterback Marcus McMarion. And that's your sports report. Back to Bobby and Deja.
Thanks, Jameson. 2 Fresno State students started their own family winery a year ago.
Jakeem Fedd shows how it all started and how the process of winemaking is going.
A trip to see relatives inspired Cole and Caleb Nail to make their own wine.
Our family in Croatia, they all made wine. So I got back and I was like, Dad, I want to make some wine.
This newfound love was not always easy to do in the beginning.
Turns out that batch of wine was the worst wine you could ever drink. But from there, a hobby started, and my dad grabbed it and ran with it.
After years of trial and error, the Nail family finally made a basic process that worked.
Picking the grapes, and then you'll ship it off to the winery, and then they'll sort the grapes, get all the grapes with the rot out.
Then fermentation takes place. Depending on the wine, a winemaker can do different things, like putting the wine in a barrel.
In the barrel, it'll attract the oak out of the barrel, and it'll go through a secondary fermentation called malolactic fermentation, turning that mallow acid into lactic acid.
A cork in the bottle is the final step of the process. But that's just the beginning here at Valley Winery. The Nails fix their barn and turn it into much more.
We have, ironically, baby showers, family reunions, and we have tables inside. Oh, we have very nice dinners.
We want to put Fresno on the map for wineries. That's our main goal.
Valley Winery will continue to do that as they expand. Jakeem Fedd, Fresno State Focus.
Cole and Caleb will continue to work on their degree as they work on expanding their winery. If you would like more information on Valley Winery, you can find them on Instagram at Valley Winery. Next week on Fresno State Focus, a future Olympian and Fresno State student will join us live for an on-set interview.
Plus, breakfast with a view. Reporter Lindsie Hiatt will take us behind the scenes of Fresno's Chaffee Zoo's Breakfast with Animals event.
These stories and more next week on Fresno State Focus.
We look forward to seeing you then.
Great show, everybody. Great show. I thought that we did pretty good.
Really,
That was.